Hi guys, you're welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you are welcome. My name is Akai. Today we are coming to learn how to make or sew a 6 pieces slit without cutting. So if that's what you want to learn, then let's get right into the video. So I have my 2 years of calico here. Because it's just illustration, I'm using calico. So I've hemmed the size already. I've done the length of the slit already. So we are now coming to input our measurements. First, we are making 6 pieces. First, you seal here. You seal here before you start making. So let's pin it down. You pin it down before, so you secure everything with pins before you start inputting your measurements. So this is how it is. We are making 6, so we divide it into 3 equal parts. So you fold your 2 yards of your fabric into 3 like this, like this. So if you want to get the lines, you have to iron. So I'll take it to the ironing board, then I'll iron it and bring it for us to see, so that I'll get the lines for guidelines, so that it will be easier for me when I'm inputting my measurements. So if you want 8, you fold it into 4, but I want 6, so I've folded it into 3. So this is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I folded it into 3. So I finished ironing. This is it. So this is 2, 4, and 6. So we'll open it like so. So you can see the line. So when we finish everything, it will be 1, 2, 3, and the back 3. So 6. Let's do the sides first. We'll measure from the waist to the knee is 21. So I've measured 21. I'll go in by 2 inches like this. Then from the top, 2 will be 2 inches like this. Then I'll measure 10 inches because I'll add a rope, 1 inch for the rope allowance. So here too will be 2 inches. Then the bottom part will be half an inch like this. So we have this side. We have to go to the other side too. So we are making all the sides. So from waist to the knee is 21. We'll go in by 2 inches like this. Then we measure from the waist to the hip 10 inches. Then we go in 2 inches again. Then we put in our pin. Then from the waist to 2 inches like this, like this. Then from the knee to the bottom part is half an inch. The bottom part is half an inch. So I've put in my pins. Now we'll go to the lines that we iron. So this is the first one. We'll do the same thing. We repeat the same process all over. After that, you measure it. When the hip is correct, then fine. If it didn't reach, then you open it. So from waist to the knee, 2 inches. Then you put in your pin. From waist to the hip, 10 inches. You put in your pin, 2 inches. Then from waist, for the waist, you put in 2 inches. Same thing. You repeat the same process. Then the bottom part will be half an inch like this. So I'll finish with here. Then I'll go to the other side. There are some lines, so that will serve as a guard lines. So from the waist to the knee, 21 inches. You go in 2 inches. Then from the waist to the hip, 10 inches. You go in 2 inches. I hope you are following. Then the waist too is 2 inches. Then you secure it with your pin like this. Then you go to the bottom part. Then you measure half an inch like this. Then we go to the next line. So this is the next line. The same process. 21. Then you go in 2 inches. Then from the waist to the hip, 10 inches. Then you measure 2 inches. Then from the waist, 2 inches. Same measurement. 2 inches. Then you go to the bottom part. You measure half an inch where the line is. Your guard line. Yes, so I finished with this one. So this is the last piece that we are making. So same process, waist to hip. From the waist to the hip, 10 inches. You go in 2 inches. From the waist to the knee, 21 inches. You go in 2 inches like this. Then from the knee to the bottom part is half an inch like this. Then the waist, 2 inches. Same process. 2 inches like this. So now we've finished with everything. So this is it. We'll take the measurement and see. We'll measure it and see if it reaches the measurement that we are working with. We are working with a hip 45. So let's measure and see if it's 45. 45 divided by 2 is 22 and a half. We have 42 and we are working with 45. So we have extra 1.5 inch that we'll share. So we'll reduce both this. The 2 inches will go back. So now we'll reduce it into 1 3/4. Sorry. So you go back quarter an inch, quarter. Then you turn the back. You repeat the same process. You go back quarter. So now it's not 2 inch, inches anymore. It's 1/3. So we go back. After that, we'll measure it again and see if we have the exact measurement we are working with. We now have the same measurement we are working with. So this is the measurement we are working with. 45 divided by 2 is 22.5. I hope you can see where the pin is. It's 22.5. So we'll measure the hip too and check if everything, that place too is 22.5. Same. So this is it. So let's measure the knee. The knee will make it 19 or 20 inches. So 20, we'll make it 40. So 40 divided by 2 is 20. So let's check. We have 20. It's even bigger than 20. So we'll go in again to where it's supposed to be. So now that place will be 2.25 or 2.5. You can make it 2.5 if you want the shape to come in well. So we'll go in by 1/4 inch. Then we measure and see if we have our 20. No, still it's too big. We have 20.5. So we'll go in only the knee 1/4. Then you go again 1/4 all over. So the 2 inches, it will be now 2.25. So you go in 1/4 inch. You do the same thing, 1/4 inch. Now let's measure and see if we have our 20. Let's see if we have the 20 that we are working with. So yes, we have our 20 that we are working with. So the knee is 40, the hip is 45, then the knee is 40. So 40 divided by 2 is 20. I hope you can see where the pin is. So that's the measurement we are working with. So we have everything now. Now if you want to get a straight line for you to sew, you just fold it like this where the pins are. Then you iron it. When you iron it, you get the line for your stitches. That will be a guideline for your stitches. So you iron it. This is how you iron it. You iron it like this. You get your lines, then you sew. When you get here to, you iron it like this, then you sew. You iron, you sew. If you don't want to, or you don't have light and you want to make this slit, you just use your ruler, your yardstick or your long ruler to mark, to rule the line like this. Then you get your line like this. You use your long ruler or your yardstick to rule your line. So this is the line. You rule every line before you sew. So let's turn it and see how the slit has come out for us to see. I don't want to sew it because it's just illustration. When you follow the steps, you can do it. It's very easy. So this is the bottom part. Actually, a subscriber requested for this video, that's why I'm making it. So this is the bottom part. You can see the shape has already come out nicely. So this is how you make your 6 pieces panels without cutting. This is the upper part of the slit, and this is the bottom part, and this is the bottom part of the slit. So this is it. I want you to see it well. So this is it. So this is how it will look. You can see the shape has already come out nicely. So this is the bottom part, and this is the upper part of the slit, and this is the knee. That's the pins. I've not sew it because it's just an illustration. I don't want to sew it because I'll use it for another slit. So see you in the next one. Bye bye.